Okay, so I've got a problem. How do other residents sleep like when you're on night float? Another person who was attacking a nurse, and we did like EKG probes. The delirium starting to kick in a little bit. I feel like I've tried everything to make my sleep just get better. Alexa, good morning. But nothing seems to help. And I went to bed 3 hours ago. It's not a big deal. How do you do it? So, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll sign in for the night at around 6 p.m. and then I'll work through the night and sign out at around 7 a.m. So, hopefully, I'd go to bed right about here. Which means, if I want to get 8 hours of sleep, I need to sleep from about 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. At which point I'd wake up, maybe eat something, with really only 3 hours of free time. But what happened today is I woke up right about here at 10 a.m., which left me about 3 hours of sleep. I think the only way to counteract this is to go for a run. Come on, you stupid. So tonight I'll be on for 12, 13 hours. Okay, that's 3 miles at a 10-minute pace. Not bad, but, not great. I still feel tired, but I feel so much better. Now the great thing about living here is I just grabbed a quick, healthy snack. We got some tuna, lots of pomegranate seeds, some green juice. I don't think this is gonna taste good. No. All right, so it's about 5:30 p.m. and I need to be kind of quick here because I only have another 30 minutes before night float starts or the night shift starts. But I've been awake for about 7 hours now and I have to stay awake for another, 13 hours. So tonight's gonna be mostly combating that sleep. Maybe I'll catch an hour or two. Okay, we gotta go. I'm not new to the night shift. I'm actually, about 1 month away from finishing my intern year of residency. I'm an internal medicine resident here in Boston. But nights still can be exciting. But the only difficult thing is obviously it's going to be hard for me to record this and be good with patient data and information. So maybe I'll sneak to a call room. We'll see what I can do. And then my recent and most great advantage is bringing an actual nice teacup and drinking tea when I first start, as well as cookies. Is any snack food or anything to reward me during the night is I'll take, because it's they can be long.
Two hours later.
It's about 8:05. I just spent the last 2 hours just basically getting sign out from all the people, which is they're oh, here are my 60 patients and here's what's going on with them. So now basically for the rest of the night, just if anything happens, they'll text me on the phone and we'll go from there. Pretty chill night so far. I've only seen one person with chest pain and we did EKG probes, but they felt fine after that, so really nothing to do. And then yeah, that's it. I'll keep you guys updated as it goes. Oh boy. 12:45, and I've just been like running around like a madman for the past 3 hours. This sleepiness is starting to hit a lot, so I'm gonna see if I can deal with one more thing and then come back here to the on-call room. But what have I been dealing with? Chest pain, shortness of breath. But then for like 2 hours, which is the annoying thing about being here, is that I've just been dealing with someone who's just been refusing medical care. And the question is, does he have like the capacity to make these decisions? Or does he not have the capacity to make these decisions? Because if he doesn't have the capacity, then we have to, hold this person down and force them to do it for the benefit of them, because maybe they're not thinking right because of what's making them sick. And so we contact family members, all these things. So. But for now, everything's calm. So what I'm going to try to do is catch some Z's in this amazing, 5-star resort hotel kind of bed here. You'll see it now. Look at that. The pinnacle of quality. Really it is. So I can do one more thing, but then I'll try and come back. Another person with sudden chest pain. Another person who was attacking a nurse. And another person who had a tough time breathing. All are calm now. All are sleeping. And I only had to ask for help twice. It's about 2 in the morning. The delirium's starting to kick in a little bit. Not really even sure if this is real. But okay, a little bit of sleep.
3:28 a.m.
I am absolutely toasted, but 7:10, I'm gonna shower and then go to bed. But I realized I didn't explain what actually happens. So basically, you just hold 60 patients around, at least at the hospital I work at, and then you have a secure messaging system that nurses can message you. And then a lot of times it'll be simple questions like, is this blood pressure okay? Can we give them fluids? Do they need blood? Blah, blah, blah. And you can just say yes or no, and then type in an order on the, and you can just type in an order in the chart and just send it to them. The time when it requires time is when they're like, hey, can you come see this person? Hey, I think this is person actually sick. And you go see them. And then of course things can become more complicated. You might need to ask for help, neurosurgery to see them overnight, or urology to see a patient overnight, both happened for me last night. Or you'll just have difficult patients that need to be restrained, or need to talk to someone for a long time, or just are really sick. And if those patients stack up, it can be a lot. But usually in my limited experience, this is my 6th week of doing nights overall this past year. if things are good around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., things are chill, and that's what happened. I got to sleep around, 3 for about an hour and a half. And, yeah. And something that actually still helps me right now as a doctor is something that I learned from a resource 3 or 4 years ago. And that resource is Sketchy, who are amazingly sponsoring this video. I mean, if medical student Zach knew that Sketchy would be sponsoring one of his videos, he would go insane. Heck, Dr. Zach is going a little insane right now. And if you don't know what Sketchy is, are you even a medical student? Do you even know what pseudo Mona Lisa is? But Sketchy uses a technique that professional memory competitors around the world use to like memorize a deck of cards in order after looking at it. And that technique is the method of loci, and it sounds really fancy, but really all it is attaching certain pieces of information to funny and interesting cartoons. So when you remember the cartoon, you can remember all those pieces of information. But the exciting thing now, and the reason Sketchy's gotten so much better, is they've had 3 major upgrades. Number 1, which is actually really cool, is actually they've expanded to clinical content. For example, the Palm Pediatric Sketchy content is magic. They have new courses for family med and psychiatry, rounding out a full curriculum for all of your core rotations. Number 2 is simply looks so much better, and it's so much easier to navigate than before. And finally, number 3, the thing I've been waiting for forever, and I'm really annoyed they're only releasing it now, is a mobile version which you can use right now. If you're a medical student and you don't have Sketchy, I would strongly recommend you sign up for Sketchy. There's a piece of information they gave me that students who use Sketchy average 19.7 points higher on step 2, which is worth it right there. And amazingly, Sketchy has their back to school sale coming on right now. So if you use my special link in the description, you'll get 25% off. So that's a day or a night of that's a night of being a It's 2. I've been up for like 24 hours at this point. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go to sleep now, and I will see you on the next one.